And the next movie I'm going to introduce is Hurt Locker by Kathryn Bigelow. Basically, what this movie is about is the struggle in Iraq that we're currently going through. It's very topical. It's very modern, and it's following one specific sergeant who his job is to defuse all of the car bombs and
dirty bombs.
Yeah, just have it's a specific thing. Dirty bombs, I guess. And as the movie went through, I was really I was trying to put it in a box throughout the whole thing. It was like, okay, is this a pro-war movie? Is this an anti-war movie? Is this a pro-Iraq movie or an anti-Iraq movie? It's like, where is this movie politically coming from? And halfway through the movie, I had to realize it's not. The moral chips are in the air, and the audience has to decide that. And what it really boils down to, it kind of takes a while to sort of become what it becomes, but it really becomes a character study of this Sergeant William Bigelow, that's Kathryn Bigelow, director, Sergeant William James, played by Jeremy Renner, and he does a really good job of kind of showing how war and being in war for a long period of time kind of warp you and warp your sense of life and your sense of morality, and he becomes this very kind of Quint from Jaws comes to mind, like that kind of personality. Like it's all he knows now, and he's kind of a risk taker. I think he sort of gets enjoyment of the thrill of what he has to do, and he sort of puts the rest of his squad in danger to be able to do what he has to do. But he really comes through in a nice way, and I like the movie specifically before the character study. But other things that come to mind is the visuals were great. The cinematography was just gorgeous. Like for a war movie, it's usually you see lots of explosions, lots of settling dust and stuff like that. And this movie just really had this clear presentation to everything, and the way things were framed and shot was really impressive. And I'm usually not a war movie buff. I don't seek them out, but I did enjoy this one quite a bit. So I would give it an A.
Nice. Well, this one I did enjoy as well. Normally I don't like war movies. They kind of have I call it the jarhead complex, where they're just too over the top, or
preachy.
Yeah, preachy and ridiculous. War is good. I'm all, politically oriented. You have no idea what's going on, but I'm all for this, the movie and how it goes. The characters are really interesting, and you can really relate to a lot of them. For the most part, I actually didn't mind all the army stuff, because that's one thing I don't like about movies, is there's a lot of the army where, they're emotional men that cry and stuff, but then you gotta have that one scene where they're just punching each other for no reason, and I'm just like,
it was a great scene.
Yeah, but normally I hate those scenes. I'm like, it's okay to see the sensitive side of people, but then you gotta Ultraman it up, and I'm sure that's exactly how it goes down out there. So it's being true to life. But I just liked there's a lot of suspense in this movie where they're just hanging on trying to defuse these bombs, and everybody has to look everywhere because they have about 50 people from balconies watching them defuse this bomb. Any of them
they don't know which ones might hold the trigger to said bomb and which ones are just spectators.
Yeah, so it's just crazy that there's all this stuff going on, and it's just really adrenaline pumping, and you can see why the character is becoming mind warped. And, but I really liked his protectors. The main guy is cool because he's all Lone Ranger, runs out there in his gear and stuff, but then he's got these two guys that just, I guess you'd call it guardian angels, where they just
you have kind of the newbie, and then you have the guy who's hoping he doesn't become the main character. Yeah.
So it's just, I just liked how they worked with each other and got, they always were yelling at each other, and they had a good dynamic between them all, and I really enjoyed that.
And I want to talk a little bit more about that punching scene.
Yeah.
If to make another Jaws comparison, that would be the punching scene where they're just in their room getting drunk after a big hard day and just punching each other out, and they kind of have this quiet talk alone. That would be like the same scene in Jaws where, you know, they're down in the boat and they're showing each other their scars. And that's the scene where the characters really kind of unify. Because before that, they hate each other. Or specifically, the two hate their sergeant because he's so insane. But that's where they finally become one. And it's just a series, just one really intense scene after another. You're just holding on. Your gut feels really like sore by the end of the movie because you're clenched so much watching it. It's just, it's not, like I said, it's not an easy movie to watch, but it's definitely worth it. And I'd say it has a good shot of getting the Best Picture this year.
Yeah, I heard it's got a couple nods.
It's nods for the Golden Globes. We'll see for the Oscars,
but my grade for that one was a B, just mostly because because it's, I don't know, I did have all those elements that I really love about movies with suspense and good plot and characters and stuff. But in the end, I was still kind of bored halfway through. So I don't know. It didn't grip me the way some movies do.
Well, for me, it was interesting to see the Iraq struggle from the soldier point of view. And I guess they've probably made movies like that before. Yeah. Like I said, I don't seek out war movies, but for this one, I really felt like, oh, this is what's going on. Like, maybe not. I don't know. Yeah. It'd be interesting to watch the movie with the vet to see, well, we don't do it like that or blah, blah, blah. Yeah. But I felt that it was very real.
Very, very cool. All right.